The dreams.
Alrighty, guys, there was the bell. Let's go. Let's get into that market today. We have that SPY popping up again in pre-market trading. I know it popped up last week in pre-market trading as well, or I should say yesterday in pre-market trading. Then we actually got that nice continuation specifically around the end of the day. Now, I will be watching other stocks like Nvidia and others to see if they will keep going. Now, Nvidia is actually rejecting at big resistance here at 480. That is a big level. SPY so far today is rejecting right around 442, which I actually talked about as being a big level last night in the video. So definitely keep your eyes on 442 and then 444 as we start to move back to the upside. Now, 444 is a little bit bigger than 442, but 442 is still very respectable, and you can see today by that hit there, it's pretty darn good. So let's go check out those tech stocks: Nvidia, AMD, Apple, Microsoft. All of them were popping up in pre-market. Now they're all coming back down except for Microsoft. Apple's actually falling off pretty hard here. Almost back down to that 176 support. Maybe watch that for a bounce if you're looking to buy the dip today. Looks like for some reason, though, everything is coming down at open. Definitely a little strange to see a pullback like that, but we have been popping up for a couple days now. I'll give it that. Looking at Tesla, we just erased like 3 or 4 days of downtrend in like one day. That sucks. I guess it really sucks if you're, you know, long or if you're short. But hey, thanks for joining up, everybody. Let's go. Jamie, Martin, Purdy, Christian, Xbox. What a good start to the day. Looking at my watch list here on the left side of the screen to the downside, AMC down 7% again, that poor stock. I feel bad if you're holding that one. That's all I got to say. I'm not even going to mention that one again. Astra to the upside. They're pretty good. Pretty good space. Peloton, Fubo, Asana, Matterport. Kind of forgot about them lately. Matterport. Been a while. I know they were pretty talked about during COVID. Tesla, SPCE. Tessie's up like 3%. That's nice. Good stuff. Tesla, it had a nice gap up all the way up to 240. Right up into that resistance. I still think that we could go past the resistance, but I don't know. We're going to be pretty choppy, I think. It's not just going to be like straight up all day. Obviously. If it was, well, I guess Nvidia kind of did that yesterday. It almost went straight up all day. I'll give it that. Sometimes I guess it happens, but very, very rare. Very, very rare. Let's see those big earnings for the week, because tomorrow we have Nvidia earnings in after hours. It's going to be insane to see. Let's go look at Zoom. Good old ZM. Wow, they're actually going negative now. Almost down to 64.50. They were actually popping up in after hours last night. Damn, Zoom is looking crazy. Christian is in here. Forgot about that. Yeah, Christian fired off a hefty amount of Zoom, to say the least, and then he walked it back a little bit, but yeah, it's starting to come back down a little bit now. Definitely being a turd, that's right. Man, I thought it was going to open at least around like 69 to 70, somewhere like that, but dang, man. What the? Their numbers were fairly good. I don't get that. The outlook was like right in line, I thought, from what I saw. That's weird. This stock has been weird, to say the least. Tesla book map, for sure. Tessie. Let me go see that Tesla book map. Wow, look at 238, guys. That's a pretty big area there. Yeah, that's huge though right there. Tesla, we have that big stack at 238. It just hit. Now you can see they actually got filled there, which is pretty funny. We're popping up off that fill. I wonder if Tesla will pop up or keep going down. Probably keep dropping. 235 after that. Yeah, 230, 235, definitely a big level coming up, so. 235, wow. And we're getting close, already down to 237. Palantir trying to pop actually today. Look at that. Palantir, who would have thought, guys? Wow, it's actually moving up. It's great, but it's so weird to say with Palantir lately. It's just been down in the dumps. We're under 15 now today. At least we got back up there. At least we got back. Oh, Xbox. Xbox, you're gonna make Christian leave, damn it. Rick is late. Hey, well, better late than never, right? JOBY is up 2%. Let's go check it out. Joby. Or Joby. I don't know what you want to call it. Joby Aviation. This is a pretty interesting stock. Wait till you guys see what this looks like. Joby Aviation. Wait till you see this. I think it's like electric helicopters. Yeah, look at this. It's insane. It's pretty cool.
Oh, would you look at this?
Oh my gosh. I tried to find the Ed Basemaster. Oh gosh. Tried to find the Ed Basemaster thing where he's like, would you look at this? It's one of my favorites. $442 though to the upside on SPY for anybody who got in late today. That is the upper resistance that we're keeping an eye on. 440, gonna use it as an intraday support. Same thing with 439.50. Very close to there. Christian said they fired the MSFT dip. Nice, Christian. Nice, nice, nice. You know what? I think you just fired it right on one of my trend lines too. I mean, not my trend line, but a trend line to say the least. Past couple days, Microsoft's been forming a nice little uptrend going on with like near perfect bounces. And it looks like right now, Christian, you just fired that dip right on there. So I like that. Good RR. You know, you could cut right below like 323. Oh, I know, Xbox. I know. I just mean because sometimes Christian, he gets, sometimes he doesn't like that type of stuff. It just depends, though. It just depends. Depends on the mood, I guess, right? Sean said, I come in late to, would you look at that? Sorry, Sean. Yeah, I've been trying to find it for a while. I finally found the button today, so. There's another one for psh. I like his psh skits. Those are pretty good. I'm just so scared it's going to be too loud. Love that guy. Ed Basemaster, one of the best. Tessie. Still falling off here. Getting close to 235. Wow. Stocks are starting to come down a little bit now. At open, we're getting a lot of pullbacks. I wonder how low SPY will go. It's actually bouncing right on the 440 support right now. Like right on it, which is pretty spot on. Come on, SPY. You need to keep going up. I'm just kidding. It would help you, it would actually help me more short term if it goes down. But if it did go up, you know, those long-term stocks would be doing great, so. I just want to see nice continuation. So like we're getting good breakouts to the upside now. I would bet over the next like 2 to 3 days. Now I'm starting to look for like a bigger pullback to come into the market. We're getting a couple days of green like I thought. I thought we would get a couple to a few green days and then some more downtrend. That's kind of what I've been saying over the past couple weeks or over the past week or so. Like last week, we were extremely bearish and we loved it. You know, it was great. But this week, we kind of flipped the script a little bit, said there could be a couple green days coming in, and I don't know if it was luck or if we just, if we actually were, you know, seeing good trend lines breaking and stuff, which that's what I was looking at, is trend lines breaking on QQQ, Nvidia, SPY, stuff like that. Really showed me that that uptrend was starting to come in a little bit harder. So I enjoyed to see that. Had some good speculation along with some good charting there. Gotta love it. It's a good one. Nice. What stocks are you looking at today, Sean? Let me know. You eyeing up Nvidia, Tesla? Or are you looking at Zoom, maybe? Come on, Zoom. Right back down to that big support. $64.35 or $64.30. Somewhere really close to there. Really, really close. Maybe Zoom will bounce. Here's what I gotta say, though. If Zoom starts breaking down on the daily chart, like, really bad, that's gonna start to look pretty darn scary. So keep in mind, one other thing with Zoom is I've been watching this key trend line to the downside. There is that big support down there too. What's very interesting is that in after hours last night with their earnings, hang on, I need to refresh this. I could have sworn it looked different. Hang on. It should line up better. What's going on here? What's going on? They're doing something to me. Hang on. Maybe it's the daily. Okay. I go to an hourly. Now they're all magically not lined up. See that? None. I hate that, how the charts do this stuff. See how, like, none of it's touching the line? But, like, you go out to a daily chart and it's easily touching. So I don't know what the hell is going on with that line, but let me make it right. I don't like when that happens. Actually, it was probably more correct the way it was. But I'll move it back to where I had it for the sake of doing things the right way. All right. So it's been kind of starting to test that upper trend line on Zoom, trying to break out to the upside. And I'm just sitting here watching the stock, and I'm like waiting for a bigger breakout to the upside. And this was yesterday. And I thought maybe we would wake up today and we finally saw the breakout. But we didn't. We saw a rejection again right off of the trend line. Like, we just barely got above it in after hours. Now, I'm not saying the trend line is like what necessarily caused it to drop, but it's pretty weird that in after hours it ran up right to the trend line and then right back down. And now we're actually staying within the bottom part of this range. Although it's looking brutal. And I wanted to point out the brutality of this setup. Because, like, let's say Zoom does start breaking down under this, right? And then let's say it falls under $60. You guys need to be careful holding these shares right now. Okay, this stock is a little bit scary to me. It's not my favorite. I know Mike loves it. Other people love it. I don't, to be honest. It's not my favorite. I think it's all right. Like, I think it's at a good price right now to buy for the longer term. And what's actually crazy is that their numbers fundamentally are actually pretty damn good on Zoom. That's the weirdest part. All these other growth stocks that suck are actually getting some good momentum, going up, you know, going on some uptrend. Zoom is not the case. They are not the case. Even though they have the better fundamentals, it doesn't matter, it seems like. I don't know what's up with this one, but I think if you're like buying and holding shares for the long term right now, good. You know, that could be a good way to go. Now, like I said, though, if we do start breaking down under here, then I'd be a little bit worried. What I love about this setup, though, is that right now you could buy in at like $64 and put a stop loss at like 58. Okay, that would be like an $8 move. You could probably target on Zoom to the upside if you're holding it longer term, probably like 100 to 120. Like, I would think that that's pretty realistic, that Zoom could get up and test those levels there if it has a good pop. But I'll be watching it real closely around these supports the next few days, see how it goes. Hopefully we just keep consolidating, we stay within this little wedge and then break out. That would be nice. And the reason why Zoom's not my favorite is just because it's just in a sector that I'm not a big fan of. Like the whole, what is that? Like meetings or whatever? Like, let's be honest, like, Zoom just copied Skype. That's all they did. They copied Skype. And now there's a billion other things out there just like Zoom, but Zoom's still pretty big. And what I liked about the earnings, if I had to pick one thing that I loved about Zoom's earnings, if I had to choose, is that I like the fact that their year-over-year growth is just continuing to come through, which is good. We've seen lots of other growth stocks not have that growth, and they look better on the chart. So I need Nvidia to come down hard, and I fired some GLD puts already. Uh-oh. Nvidia needs to come down hard for Sean. Man, Sean, it's like rejecting right at that all-time high. Be a little careful if it breaks there here at 480. We're probably going to be heading up to 500 plus here sometime soon. Ponzi says it looks like Bankster's liquidation. The hype is over. Hey, I appreciate the thoughts. Let's go, Microsoft. Hell yeah, let's see. Christian fired that dip. Oh yeah, looking great. Right off the trend. Now, one thing to keep in mind, Christian, is this resistance is fairly big here, 325, but yeah, let's hope it gets higher, right? Sold my Barrick shares and bought Verizon. Oh, what? Did you sold GOLD and bought VZ? No. I'm just kidding. And hang on, I'm not even looking at the right gold. Here we go. Verizon's just scary is the only reason why I say that. Probably a good buy, though, honestly, where they are. Like, low-key, you're getting a pretty good dividend stock at a good price, so. Why have these, like, 5G or, like, cell phone company stocks, why have they been going down so much, guys? Like, why is Verizon and AT&T getting killed? I don't really understand that. Because I remember a few years ago, specifically, like, more of whenever I started investing, like 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, during those, like, that 5-year span, everybody was talking about 5G, 5G, 5G. They were like, AT&T is going to go up to $50 to $100 a share on 5G. And then Verizon was also going to have good 5G. And we're going to wherever with the 5G. Like, these companies have gotten destroyed, but somehow T-Mobile's actually held up. I don't know what T-Mobile's done different necessarily, but they are coming down hard now short term too. Just a little strange to me. I never understood why they dropped. I never really saw like a specific reason for it. Not that there has to be one, but I am definitely interested. Let's go back over to the book map on Tesla here. So 235, watch that as support. We got really close a minute ago. Now we're all the way back up to 239, almost back to 240 again. So a lot of big levels coming in here on Tessie. Look at the book map. It's like X-ray vision for the stock market. If you guys are interested in book map, I'm going to throw the link down here in the chat. Check it out. You'll actually get a discount if you use our link. So check it out. It also helps us out. We are partnered with Bookmap. They are pretty cool. I've been loving using it since I've gotten it. Do I stare at it all day? No. But does it help me with some day trades, in and out scalps, and finding big areas, which really I love finding big supports. Yeah, it really helps with that. So a lot of big areas here on Amazon. What about Meta today? Are they dropping? Watch 290 on Meta. Freaking crazy here. Let me go look at Meta actually again. Let's look at it on the daily. Okay. Yeah, 290 is pretty big on Meta, though. That is a big level to keep your eyes on. You can see on Bookmap, we actually just tested it, just broke it with the volume. Now, this is where we have to really be adaptable, and we have to sit here and say, okay, is this really just a break, or is it a little touch and we're going to move back up? Got to sit here and identify this for a second. If we get much lower than like 289.80, I think we're good to go on the puts. Not bad, though, on VZ. Probably a good, like, longer-term buy there. Oh, so, yeah, you know, they did get caught up in that article. One thing is, though, is that article, it might have gotten them short-term, but those stocks have been brutal for years. Years for some reason, but... Hey, Corbin! Thanks for checking in, man. If you want to see anything or you need anything, just let me know. Check it out. Ponzi Zombie Killer. That's a pretty cool name. Pawn shop's very busy. Damn. I'm gonna get on Pawn Stars. Yeah, T is so weird. Thanks for throwing that out there, though, guys. I saw Matt threw it out there, too. Thanks for throwing that out there, Matt. Hang on, guys. I got to get some Bookmap help up for someone. Oh, let me see if I got the right stuff going. Let me get I gotta find an intro video. All right, sorry about that, guys. AT&T, though, definitely looking brutal there. SPY still falling off. 442 resistance is holding up pretty well here, isn't it? Holding up pretty good. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go to Boeing real quick. Boeing's holding up even though the market's dropping down a little. Boeing says, I do not care. Let's see what's to the upside here. Asana, Tesla, Activision, Palantir, Wynn, DoorDash, EA, CVX. Okay. The main ones, though, are Lowe's. Why is Lowe's up 3%? Earnings. Makes sense. Makes sense. PLTR, okay. Ooh, that 1 minute chart's brutal. Palantir ran up, now they're all the way back down. DraftKings is in the deep red. Oh. No, guys. No, no, no. Wow, Nvidia had a big drop today. Boom, boom. Maybe Nvidia will be a good dip buy here, Christian. Like fire in the dip. It's already had 2 huge legs to the downside. I wonder if there'll be any more, right? And they're not huge, but if that would have happened at open today, it would have almost gotten rid of the move from yesterday. You guys are gonna laugh. I'm like taking my fingers right now and I'm like holding them up to the screen to try to see how big that move is. I do this crap all the time. That would actually put us like right at 444 if that happened. $295 calls, wow. $295. I don't know. Yeah, guys, don't forget about September being the worst month in the market. Man, poor Tessie here. Feel bad. The guy in Discord asked me what they should do with Tesla calls. They have the 295 strikes. Like, whoa. 295 strike. Dang. That's a long ways out there. I think it's possible, but boy, that would be something. I don't think I'd go above the 250 strike if I was going to go out of the money right now. I get it, though. I get it. I just... Man. Poor Tessie. Poor Tessie, just continuing to drop down here. How's Meta? Back above 290. Let's see. Only a little bit, only a little bit. Not liking this setup now on Meta as much. Kind of seems like a base is forming around like 289.50. I bet Christian's about to fire calls off on Meta on the dip. He's probably going to be firing off some calls here. That's funny. I came to look at the chat and Christian goes, "Yup." That's funny. Yeah, you know, Jackson Hole is going to be pretty big. Carlos says it's hard to trade with a baby on my arm. I'm going to feel bad. Eventually, you guys are going to probably hear my baby crying in the background. Coming December. That's going to be funny. I'm going to tell the baby to tell you guys to donate. The baby's going to say, "Donate to feed me." It's going to say, "I'm hungry." I'm just kidding. Corbin says, "Hate it now." What a bag hold. Said, "I wouldn't buy calls on Tesla." Oof. Nvidia's coming off hard. It is looking pretty good, though, back to the upside. I'll tell you guys what, it doesn't look too bad. I know I was saying puts maybe below 290 here a second ago, and, you know, 290 broke, but it was kind of faked out. You know, sometimes that happens. Kind of faked out there, 290. Coming right back up now. Might not be a bad play back up. I don't want to keep, like, switching sides, but definitely looks like a good base is forming here anyways. What I like about the base is that you can simply just cut. If the play goes against you, don't hold it all day. Just cut it when that base breaks. You won't be down that much then. Hopefully. Nice. Purdy said this son started daycare. Already? That was a quick daycare, Purdy. I don't know how long it's really been, but dang. Yeah, my girlfriend's getting huge now. Her stomach is popping. Interesting. Sorry about that. Kyle said, "You GF gonna do a what?" I don't even know what that is, Carlo. I'm probably stupid, but I don't even know what that is. Xbox said, "Tom, be nice." What'd I do? Talk bad about Nvidia? How dare me? I'm just kidding. Nice. He's 4.5 months old. Okay, Purdy. Nice, nice. I never know like when daycare really starts, you know. That scares me. Luckily, I'm gonna have the baby right here next to us on the stream. No, I'm just kidding. She's gonna go in the other room. If it's loud, I don't know. Confinement. Yeah, I don't know what that is. What is confinement? Confinement. I'll tell you one thing that we're doing, though. Oh, gosh. Yeah, it's definitely going to be done in a hospital. That's for sure. Definitely doing a hospital. Gotta do the hospital. Martin Mason Schmidt. That's a great question. What's the downside to a cash account? So, a cash account's usually pretty good, right? Let me see if I can get like to like a whiteboard or something. Whiteboard. Web whiteboard. Here we go. All right. How do I draw? Oh, crap. How do I get it to go away? Oh. What did I do? There we go. All right. Use a highlighter with some green on it. Okay. So the downside to a cash account. Oh, Xbox said because I said she's getting big. That's pretty good. I like that. Oh, you would laugh if you heard the shit I said to her in person, Xbox. I like that. So the downside to a cash account. Let's just say for shits and giggles, right? Let's say your cash account has $5,000 in it, okay? The reason why that cash accounts have a big downside is that, like, let's say you have $5,000 with margin, right? Okay, so you have 3 day trades that you're limited to, okay? 3 day trades. So you could do, like, 1 trade now, 1 trade at noon, and then 1 trade at the end of the day and be done, right? And you could do 3 trades that are worth, like, for example, you could do, the first trade could be worth all 5,000 of your dollars, and then you could sell it, and then the next trade could be another $5,000 trade, and the next one could be another one. Like, that's the cool thing, is that you can keep using those trades per se, or you can keep using those day trades over and over and over again while using your money. Now, if you go to a cash account, where it gets really confusing for people is that you can only use the amount that's in your account within one given day. So what that means is if you have $5,000, you can use that $5,000 in one day, but once you go over that, you're done. So you could trade 5 different trades in the day, right? And let's say each of them had 1 contract, and each contract was $1,000. That would be $5,000. So you could do 5 trades at $1,000 each, or you could do 10 trades at $500 each, for example. That would still put you at 5,000. If this is making sense, let me know. So, like, you could wake up in the morning and you could say, "Hey, meta looks great, right?" And then you get into a play and you use up $4,000 of your cash on the meta play. Now you only have 1,000 left over. So if you were going to play another play that day, you would have to pick contracts or pick a play or something that was less than $1,000, or right at it, that is. That's the only downside to a cash account, in my opinion. And then, of course, I think you're not allowed to do some type of spreads and stuff like that, too. That's also a downside factor. But mainly the thing is that you're going to only be able to trade that amount that's in your account in that given day. He says, but you'll always get your 5,000 back every day. Yeah, exactly, Martin. So they call this overnight clearing. And the reason why this works is that on the cash accounts, usually you have to wait for your stocks that you buy to clear after a few days. But with options, they'll usually have an overnight clearing policy. So essentially, yeah, you'll get all that back the next day, Martin. And you'll still have the money. It'll still be like yours. It's going through that clearing process, which is you can look at that up. I'm not like a master on how the clearing process works, but it'll be back into your account the next morning, and then you can trade your 5,000 again. And then the next day you can do 5,000 again and 5,000 again. And I love it, Martin. It's way better than trying to do a margin account. Way better. Most people who join the Discord end up switching to cash accounts. They end up switching. So if you're over 25,000 though, there's nothing to worry about. But Xbox goes, "What do you say in person?" I'm always giving her crap. I'm like, you're getting big, babe. You know, all that type of stuff. We had to buy her a whole new set of clothes the other day, Xbox, some maternity clothes. She actually still looks pretty damn good, though, I'd say, for a pregnant girl. A lot of them get a way bigger. She's actually still pretty darn small. Pretty cool. Yeah, no problem, Martin. Great question. Hey, I appreciate those questions like that, so that's awesome. He said, after delivery, you would either hire a confinement nanny to help do house duties or cooking while your GF recovers, or motels would have confinement services in your GF, or you would stay, and they would do the same services as said previously. Interesting. I've never heard of that, Carlo. Maybe that's like something, I don't know, higher class people do or something. I don't know. I don't do that though. Or we won't be doing that, Carlo. That sounds cool, but I'll probably just cook and clean for a couple months. If it came free with insurance though, hell yeah, why not, right? Why not? Oh, he said maybe it's an Asian culture thing. Yeah, you know, Carlo, that might be a thing. I've never heard of that here in the States, so that could be something more like that, but Gengar said forget about that. Be nice, guys. It really could be some. I've never heard of that. I'll have to look that up, though, Carlo. I appreciate you saying it, though. I learn something new every day, right? Always learning something. All right, NVIDIA, looking nuts here. 462 support. 465. I'm just kidding, though. I know you guys are just having fun. I am, too. That's what it's all about, right? Having some fun and then making money. I would say making money comes first, but having fun is a close second. Sometimes it's even better, but Christian said, damn, Target to 122. Wow, Christian, I'll say Target's starting to consolidate a lot on the 1 minute chart here. Dang, that daily is rough. You're right, Christian. You're right. Dang, the 122. Oh my gosh. This is looking so bad, man. It looks like this could go down to 100. I could see this thing going down to 100 or more. It's getting back down to levels I haven't had posted on my chart since like 2017. This is kind of funny though. You guys would laugh. I've had these levels on my chart for Target since like 2017. No joke. That's how long they've been here. Or 2016 even. That is funny with Target. I can't believe how high they got, all the way up to $270, and they're starting to fall back down to those green supports. Like, that is just wild. Keep an eye on $100 coming up soon, $100 even. But yeah, those day trades today are making sense, Christian. I mean, it looks brutal on that daily chart. I'm not always somebody who likes to usually guarantee like a downtrend or a down day, but given what I'm seeing right now, like I'm like almost semi guaranteeing like another red day tomorrow on Target. Like, that is pretty brutal looking here. The way it's falling down out of the range. Like, normally whenever you see a setup like this happen, I've seen this type of setup tons of times where you're getting a big downtrend, you get a lot of consolidation like this, and then you get a bigger drop. What this actually is here that I'm circling is a dead cat bounce. That's a dead cat bounce, except it's just on a daily chart is all it is. Imagine this was like a 1 minute chart, right? That's kind of what I like to do with daily charts. I'm like, hey, it's like a 1 minute chart. And then you can make better inferences off of that. And now, I don't mean like, oh, it's a 1 minute chart. Like, oh, like obviously it's a daily. It's just the patterns and the price action. Sometimes those setups are like the same. But that's brutal there. I'll tell you what though, if Target does get another big drop and they get down to around 100, I'll be really looking at them for the long term down there. Well, I would look at them for the long term besides the fact that they sell, those kids' clothes that are for tucking and all that crap. Maybe I won't be buying Target, actually. Maybe I'll have to go to Walmart. Never mind. Speaking of Walmart, they've been holding up so well. Microsoft back over 225. Okay. All right, there we go, Microsoft. There's a higher low coming in now. I like that. Ooh, just barely rejected here. Yeah, it was over there. It was. Damn, it was just a hard rejection. Never got a good 1 minute candle close up there. It could still come, though, in a few minutes, maybe. Hey, Mason, good morning. Appreciate ya. We also got Mixter. Appreciate it. When you see massive selling pressure like DKS is seeing today, is that investors bringing the stock back to its intrinsic valuation level? That's a good question. There's a lot of speculation around that, Mixter. Nobody ever really knows, right? Now, if you get somebody out there and they say, well, I know exactly why. Like, they're just being an asshole. Like, let's be honest. Like, they have no idea what the real reason is why that stock fell, okay? Now, with DKS, it looks like there was a big scare on earnings, and the main drop happened, like, right there whenever pre-market opened. I'm guessing that that's a bunch of whales, a bunch of algos, a bunch of institutions selling out of millions of shares all at one time, dragging that price down. Now, why would they do that? I don't know, Mixter. I'm not sure if they're trying to bring it back to an intrinsic value or what it is. But here's what I would say is that DKS, from my own perspective right now, the way it's moving, is that it's way overvalued, or at least if it's not overvalued, it's overbought in the short term. And you can just zoom out a few years and tell. In 2021, the stock was 50. It ran all the way up to 150. That's a big jump for a stock like Dick's Sporting Goods. And then we started hitting off resistance. So it makes sense that we're kind of falling down, right? Just very, very high at the time. Earnings, we had a bad report. And now people are going to take profits. You have a lot of people holding who have been owning this stock for a long time, right? For a long time. Like, I don't think, Mixter, that they're selling it to bring it back down to its value. I think that they're selling just to simply take profits. It's just way overextended. Got a bad earnings coming out. Stocks are starting to fall. We're getting into like the worst couple months of the year. I think that that's all that's really happening. I don't think they're trying to necessarily push the value down. But I believe, though, that can happen, right? It can happen with some stocks. And the big thing is that, like, why do stocks rise? Is whenever a bunch of buyers come in, and sure, like, retail investors are pretty big buyers, but those institutions, banks, hedge funds, etc., are usually bigger players. They play much bigger roles than retail investors do. So in Dick's Sporting Goods, whenever you're talking about intrinsic value and just values of the company, they'll probably wait a while to start buying until it's at a better value. So it might go on downtrend because, for example, they're just simply not buying it. And then that's just causing more sellers to come in, etc. But yeah, anybody who says that they know for sure what's going on with these stocks, like why they're going down, most of the time they're just bullshitting. Like, we see it all the time, right? Like on YouTube and stuff, people will comment, the stock didn't drop today with news. It dropped because it broke support or something. Everyone's got a different viewpoint. But I would say with Dick's, looking at the chart for me, I would definitely not be buying this stock over $100. I wouldn't. That's just me. I would wait for a bigger drop down, but it's been in a pretty cool pattern lately. It actually was in a nice, and I mean nice, head and shoulders pattern here. Like, boom, it had a really nice inverse head and shoulders pattern. Like, this is actually just about as textbook as you could get on that type of pattern. So that was cool to see. Really textbook. XLF needs some love. Hey, no problem, Mixter. Appreciate you asking. Does need some love, though. XLF. What is that, the home builders one? What is that? Select Fund Financial. Is this like the banks? I forgot which one this one followed. Let's see. Okay. Yep. Financial sector. I want to see the holdings on this one. Wow, so they actually hold Burke B is their biggest holding in this. I never would have guessed that with XLF. Never would have guessed that. Burke B. Wow. Okay. Then JP Morgan, Visa, MasterCard, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, S&P Global's even on here. Okay. Morgan Stanley. Nice, nice. Hey, nice, Xbox. Have a good day. Have a nice sleep if that's where you're going. Appreciate you joining up today. Have a good one. Walk away with some profits. Let's go. Good stuff, though. Purdy said, I'm curious. Do you know what percentage of the total money in the market is retailer money? Purdy, I saw a stat on that a little while ago, and now I forgot. Let me see if I can find that. That's a really good point. Yeah, Ponzi. Maybe they should pick up some SOXS. That might actually help them. Now that we're talking about it, right? It's pretty funny. That is good. Oh, guys, gotta get my background music back. I don't know why it disappeared on me. Beautiful. Shower, then sleep for Xbox. Okay. Get nice and clean. It always is the best sleep, right? After you just took a shower, it always feels perfect to go to sleep. I kind of feel like I need to take a nap after the stream today. I don't know why. Feeling a little tired or like my head's foggy or something, but still holding up good. I'm gonna keep going today on the stream. Appreciate you guys joining up and sticking around. We can keep watching this price action. Of course, if anybody wants to check out any stocks, just let me know. And also, if you're new here, smash that subscribe button. It really helps us out when you sub. Also, hit that like. Appreciate you guys, though, overall. Let's keep having a good day in the market. Let's go look at that book map here. Book map 292. Okay, pretty big area coming up on Meta to the upside. Let's watch 290 to the downside still. Looks like we're breaking it just a little bit. Nvidia broke 460. Gonna try to get someone in here real quick. 458 though with Nvidia. Like, geez, guys, that is a big pullback today. We got right up to 480. Now we're coming back down. We got our couple days of green like I talked about, right? I said maybe we'll get a couple days of green movement. Well, we got it. I can't believe Nvidia is that far back down now. I mean, that is just something else. Ooh. Give me 1 sec. Whoa. The bulls are not coming alive. I'll say that. I just looked at my the thumbnail I made for the video today. I forgot it said on there, bulls coming alive. Hell yeah, thank you guys for joining up, though. A lot of people don't even know we have a Stocked Up live, so that's kind of cool. Appreciate you guys. Sorry, I was helping some guy in Discord. He's trying to trade Nvidia, and I didn't want him to get too screwed here. Mixter said, how was that comedy show? Hey, that was awesome. It was really cool. Appreciate you there, Mixter. It was a nice comedy show. Yeah, so we went and we saw Ed Basemaster, and yeah, he was pretty cool. I'll say this though, he wasn't like your average stand-up comedian guy. He like dressed up in all of his funny characters that he does on YouTube and stuff like that, and was kind of having fun with it that way, which was kind of cool. It was cool to see some of that, but it wasn't, you know, there were actually a couple guys that came out before him to talk, and they were pretty badass, actually, not gonna lie. They had some funny jokes. Although I'll say this, some of their jokes were very, very inappropriate, but very funny, to say the least. Finally making time to make more videos on YouTube. Nice, Purdy. You're our competitor now. Who would have thought? I'm just kidding. Can AMD break 106? What's your channel, Purdy? Is it called Purdinator? Or Purdy Plays? Probably Purdy Plays, right? Oh, here he is. Purdy, is this you? Oh, I never knew. I'm just kidding. That's what you meant by plays and spreads. You meant the spread on the football game. I'm just kidding. Is it Purdinator? I want to hit you with the sub if I can find it. I was just kidding, Purdy. Come on. It's Purdy Plays. Weird, it doesn't come up. I type in Purdy Plays and... Here's some book map with Purdy. What the hell? Maybe if I'd say spreads. Purdy Plays stocks? Dude, I'm so confused. Thanks a lot, YouTube. I can't find it. That's so dumb that they wouldn't even show me it. I can't believe it. That's bothering me. It's all right. Channel. Here we go. There we go. That took me way too long to find. Like, come on, game. All right. We'll give him a sub. We'll give him a sub. Yeah, that's so dumb that YouTube does that. Although, wait, actually, I didn't say that, YouTube. You're the best. You're the best. I didn't say that. Shh. That's pretty cool, though, Purdy. Appreciate you. All right, SPY starting to come down now. 438.78. Go over to Boeing. I actually just came up with a really funny thing that that's funny, but I can't even say it. I can't say it. Good morning, Ava. Appreciate you. Perry said they're gonna shadow ban you. I know, right? I feel like they've already done that to me, but it's okay. It's all right. We'll live through it. Yeah, I think they already have banned me. Let's go look at the banks today. Citigroup, Bank of America, starting to look rough. Really rough. Citigroup looks bad. Yeah, it's just brutal with the banks right now. Don't want to see it. be that bad. I mean, that's just continuous downtrend. I feel like Mike heard me say that and put it in Discord. He had to have, right? If you were going to hedge some C shares, what would you do if I was going to hedge C? You know what? If I was going to hedge C, I think I would probably go with like TLT puts. I'd probably go with like TLT puts or something along that line. That's what I would do, Sean. Either that or just you're going to have to get some puts on maybe some bank stocks because banks can move unlike the overall market. So I feel like you're going to have to play the banks more directly. Maybe XLF. Maybe puts on that. I wonder if there's like a short... Yeah, there's probably no like stocks that like short financials, but I don't know. Yeah, I would say like a long-term put or maybe like a turn... Maybe even get a put and like a naked put and then maybe... You know, turn that into a spread later on as depending on how the price action goes. You know, maybe like if you start to win, maybe like turn it into a spread so you like lock in some gains and stuff. But yeah, I like that. The thing with banks is that it's not like tech, right? Like if you have tech, you could probably hedge with tons of things. But since it's banks, it's like they're their own game, you know? I know you know that though. Ponzi said FAZ. What's that? Nice, financial 3x bear. Okay. Wow, this actually looks great in the short term. Like if you time this one up right, it's gonna be pretty good. It's like it's like SQQQ or like SPXS, something like that. Yeah, that's probably what I would do, Sean, because you could even open it up as a spread if you really wanted to, as long as you have bearish, you know, as long as it's a bearish spread, obviously. But I would say I would open it up and then turn it into one probably myself, but both work, really. Do you own some C for the long term, Sean? Man, I've been waiting to buy and I almost got in here. And then it started falling out of my trend line, and I was like, you know, it's breaking the trend. I'm gonna hold off a little bit more. And I'm glad I did, but I'm still looking to buy in sometime soon, like maybe around 40 or a little bit under there. Let's go, though. Appreciate all you guys joining up today. We had a lot of viewers today for a long time, more than usual, so appreciate you guys. As long as the view count stays high, I'll keep streaming. However long people stay is however long I'll stay. So I have C for way long term. Not sure to hedge or just buy more on the drop. Yeah, I'm with you, Sean. Probably it's good to hedge and buy more on the drop in reality. Or hedge and then buy more after the hedge plays out and you take profits on it. Use those profits for more. Might not be a bad idea. Citigroup, though, I do like them long term. It's just short term. These banks are brutal. Brutal. I can't lie, though, guys. I had a... I don't mean to do this, you know, so I don't want to come across like a dick, but there were some guys that were like working in the banking industry, and in like the beginning of 2022 or like late 2021, I remember I kept saying, as rates go up, I'm expecting banks to do worse. I'm expecting them to fall. I'm expecting them to not do as good, right? As yields and rates go up. That was my thinking. And a few people, I should say, not a lot, but a few that worked for the banks were actually out there in the Discord and other stuff, like trying to, I don't know, I guess we would say rebuttaling me or whatever. And they would say things like, well, they're going to make more money because the yields are higher and blah, 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 blah. And I remember I specifically brought it up in the chat, and I said, but even though they'll make more money from loans, maybe this will decrease the amount of lending going on overall, right? Which could be bad. Like, it's like if people aren't getting loans in general, who cares if they're making more on them, right? If you got 10 million loans last year and you're only getting 2 million loans this year, well, there's going to be a difference. That's all I got to say. But that was my thinking behind it. Let me know what you guys think about that, because that was kind of my thoughts. I remember talking about that with a few people, and they kept saying, well, I work in the banking industry, acting like they knew. And I'm not saying I knew for sure either, but I hate it when people act like that. Like they act like they know for certain that the banks are going to do something because of something. It's like, honestly, the market's nuts. Like, it could go in all directions, but I do think, though, that it's always important to have every viewpoint in your mind, and that's the big thing. Just, I don't like it whenever you get stuck in, like, one viewpoint. It's always good to be adaptable. It's always good to think about the other opinion and then think, well, hey, maybe it could go this way, and if it does, I'm going to make a play and do this if it does do what I don't want it to, Palantir, ChargePoint, or Ford, which one do you recommend to sell calls and scoop up shares? Probably Palantir, Purdy. Probably Palantir. Palantir has been pretty popular. I know that popularity doesn't necessarily make the stock good, but I would say Palantir, like if they keep going on a downtrend, maybe like something under $12 or $10, something like that could be pretty good for it. I like that with Palantir, Purdy. ChargePoint is not my favorite. If I was going to do any of them, I would do Ford. ChargePoint, I would probably scratch off the list, because it just seems like Tesla just is monopolizing the charging game. Yeah, ChargePoint just is brutal. I wouldn't touch this one, unfortunately. I thought maybe ChargePoint would have a chance, but it's been brutal. As much as I would love them to go up, because I kind of liked them, I kind of liked them a year or two ago, and they just never came to fruition. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Purdy. Like you said, they get a larger percentage of a smaller pie. That's a really good way to say it. Larger percentage of a smaller pie when those banks are making more on these loans, but the pie just got too small. If the pie would have stayed fairly big, then it would be great, but Sean said ChargePoint was right with Donkey Horse. Yeah, yeah, it was. Maybe they could have worked together. I just know that, like, Ford, like, they just made a partnership with Tesla. I actually just saw an amazing article about Ford as well. Let's see. Ford CEO, he just went on a travel. Let's watch this. It's pretty neat.
Charging has been pretty challenging. I stopped at one of the most popular charging sites in the country on the I-5.
Sorry, guys, I can't make it any louder.
Tesla supercharger network there, and
stupid.
I went to a low-speed charger.
We farmed out.
Why is it so quiet?
Control the vehicles to our suppliers because we could bid them against each other.
It launches in about 30 months.
They're all quiet.
For 2 years, we haven't shown anyone the truck yet because we don't want to give an advantage to our competition. But it is a built for tough, real work vehicle. But it'll have technology no one's ever seen in any of these electric trucks. It'll be fully software updatable.
So essentially what happened is that the Ford CEO was traveling around to kind of test out how these electric trucks are. And he was traveling around. I think he drove from California all the way to Las Vegas. And it's not that far of a drive in reality compared to how much driving most people do. But it was pretty important because he did it, and he even had problems finding charging stations. He had to sit at a charger for like 40 minutes just to get the truck up to 40%. And it was a big pain in the rear end, to say the least. So pretty interesting there. But he said that they had to partner with Tesla, and he's glad they did, and they need to even get more charging stations if they can. Ponzi said, it actually sucks to travel in an EV. It's gonna crash, IMO. Whenever you said it's gonna crash, what do you mean like it's gonna crash? Do you mean Ford? Do you mean ChargePoint? Do you mean Tesla? Or do you mean that the car will crash? Because who knows, maybe you even mean the car. I'm curious which one you mean. Gengar said, you would have to increase volume on YouTube video. Your volume is low. How is my volume low? Is my volume low? Like, do I sound low when I talk? I gotta go test this. Give me a second. Maybe I do sound kind of quiet, don't I, Gengar? Maybe I could be a little louder. What do you guys think? I can turn it up. Okay. That's cool, Gengar. Cool. I just wanted to make sure. It's so stupid. YouTube, you can't adjust the volume of their shorts. It's so dumb. Like, watch this. I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's terrible. So, like, we got this guy, right? One of my favorite guys to watch. Black Rambo. I love this guy. Hell yeah. But like, look in the top right. They have the... So like, they have it up there for the volume, but you can't change the volume. It makes no sense. But like, if I go to like my music, right? Like we go to the music that we play, I can change that. It's just because of the shorts for some reason. I don't get it. How do you have a company and you haven't made the shorts right yet? This is an insane looking gun though. A 50 BMG pistol. This thing would knock me on my ass. The way that guy's hair flew up when it shot was so funny. I love that guy on YouTube though. He's cool. Always having some fun out there. Oh, it's controlled by YouTube. That's weird. Wow, that's weird. I see what you're saying. I see now, Gengar. I see. Oh God, yeah, Gengar. Could you imagine that? You make a video real loud, then you swap over to shorts, and it's like, oh, whoa. I see what you're saying. That makes sense now. Took me a second to understand. I'm a little slow, but we got it now. My volume AK output is terrible. Haven't made a video in months with the baby being a preemie. Yeah. Purdy, if you're ever looking for a new mic, I would highly recommend this Shure SM7B. It's so good. Or SM7V, one or the others. Amazing mic. Way better than any of the other plug-in mics I've had over the years. And I've had like Blue Yetis and Audio Technicas and other stuff like that. I couldn't believe that you guys instantly noticed the change whenever I bought this mic. I was like, wow, I can't believe you guys even noticed it right away. And then I listened to it myself, and I was like, oh, crap, no wonder. It sounds way better. But poor Tessie here consolidating, trying to fall off. Let's go see that SPY. The Shure sounds great. That's good. Look at QQQ coming back to the upside now. There we go. Let's see, Meta. Coming back to 290, popping higher now, actually. Looking good, looking good. Man. Pretty big pop. SPY in the market looks like it's coming back alive here. Coming back alive. You know what? We gotta do some trends, right? Gotta draw some trend lines. It wouldn't be a nice stream with Tom without some trend lines, would it? Let's see. There we go. Got some trends going there. Maybe SPY will bounce off that trend. Start to consolidate back up a little bit. We've been eyeing up these trends pretty hard lately, and I'll tell you what, they've been really kind to us. I don't know why the trends have been so perfect lately. Usually they're not this perfect, but they've been pretty darn spot on. I don't know why they are. I don't know if it's retail traders getting excited off the trends, or if institutions are, or if it just happens to be on supports or what, but been great lately. Sorry, guys. Someone asked me a question. Hey, no problem, Purdy. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's pretty neat. And there's a bunch of settings you can change and stuff, too. It's like comes with like a huge program. It's nice. Little bit expensive of a mic. It's like 250, 300 bucks, I think, something around there. But it's way better than, to get better quality than this, you essentially have to spend like $1,200 to get like a Shure SM7B. Because see, I have like an MVS or like an MV7 or something like that, or M7B. The SM7 is the one that's really expensive, and it's also XLR only. The one I have, you can actually use USB or XLR, but if you use XLR, you have to get like an XLR interface, and then you have to get a cloud lifter to go with the XLR, and a couple other things to plug into it to make it actually work right. And it ends up being like $1,200 to $1,500 on most of the things I found. So I'll take this one for $200 over the $1,500, but if you did want to go crazy though, the $1,500 one would probably be slightly better. All right, going back to the charts, 5-minute chart of NVIDIA, definitely starting to uptick a little bit more off that low of day today, around 457. I'm glad it's coming up a little bit more. Not bad. Appreciate you guys joining up today, though. I've had a great stream. Seriously, all you guys, Purdy, Ponzi, Gengar, Sean, Ava, Mixter, Christian, Mason, Carlo. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. This is separate from the Stocked Up channel. This is Stocked Up Live. It's a little bit different. Smash that subscribe button. Hit the like. Let's go. I'll be going live every single morning this week at Market Open. Pending that I don't, you know, have a burglary or something. We'll be here. There's a 99% chance. We'll say that. What you thinking about Penn? You know, I'm still holding 100 shares of Penn. My dumbass bought it at $30 when it popped up. I'll be the first to say, I made a bit of a mistake on that trade with Penn. Penn popped up with that ESPN deal news, ran up to over $30 in after hours that day. I got in right around $30, so I made a bit of a mistake there. I jumped the gun. Now, I'm not that worried about it. It was only 100 shares, so it only cost me like $3,000, so like it's not the end of the world, but I see it falling down here now, and I'll be averaging in as it drops, that's for sure. I think that they'll do okay in the long term. I would say that Penn is definitely a longer term type of play. Definitely more. Purdy said, all day stream Friday, I'll buy pizza. Hell yeah. I mean, I'll do it Friday all day. Let me make sure I don't have anything going on real quick on my calendar. The only thing I normally do Friday is play golf, but that's usually the afternoon, so it doesn't matter. Cool. Yeah, we look good. Look good for that, Purdy. Hell yeah, we'll be doing it. Maybe not all day, but at least till like, you know, right before market close, something like that. I like it. I like it, Purdy. I'll buy pizza. Speaking of that, might not be a bad idea. I'll give you my address. You can have him send it there. I'm just kidding. Mixer said, people love to gamble. Good long term. Yeah, they do. Mixter will send me some beers. That would be a fun stream, Mixter. A really fun stream. Send me some Voodoo Ranger. That'd be sick. People love to gamble. Good long term. I agree, Mixter. That's the thing. My only problem with Penn right now is that maybe like the current economic situation could hit a big, or could play a big toll on Penn. We have to keep that in mind. Like Penn Gaming, it is rough right now. It's been breaking down, starting to break below supports. And if we do keep seeing like inflation uptick and like wages get a little worse or something like that, like we could start to see maybe these casino stocks go down a little bit more. But I totally agree with you. I think they'll be flying up in a great way as time goes forward. Should move up in a good way. That's fair, Purdy. That's fair. I'll drink whatever you guys send. I'm not very picky on that stuff. Although I'll say this, don't send me wine. I probably will not drink wine if you send that. And trust, I've had some nice glasses of like Cabernet and a lot of like Merlots and stuff like that, but I don't know. Even like the fancy wine, like when I drink it, I'm just like, oh, this is gross. I would rather drink like Jack Daniel's straight from the bottle than drink like a glass of red wine. That's seriously how much I don't like it. And before you ask, yes, I've drank plenty of Jack from the bottle. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What is old style? What the... Oh. That mix would be terrible. I love old fashions. That's my favorite. Malt liquor, though. Oh, that sounds disgusting. They reminded me of like those. How about these guys? If you guys send me one of these, I am gonna die. I am gonna just die of laughter. If these things show up to my house, I would. Oh, when you said malt liquor, I immediately thought of this. I was like, ew. I don't know if this is malt. I think it's malt. Either way, it's disgusting, but. Old style beer. Let's see. Oh, I see. What the? I've never heard of this one ever. It kind of reminds me of Pabst. It reminds me of Blue Ribbon in a way. Not that it is, though. Kind of reminds me. I'm not a big beer guy myself. I'd rather drink like whiskey or something, but King Cobra 40 ounce, Colt 45. Oh my God, you guys are gonna have me dropping dead. Nice, okay, a Japanese style whiskey. That sounds kind of good. I would definitely drink that, Purdy. Wow. All right, let's run through the watch list one last time here on the stream today. Asana, Moderna is up 4%. Really? mRNA? Oh, wow. That looks pretty good. Sean said old style from a keg ain't that bad. Ponzi said Billy Williams. You know my guy, Billy? You know Billy? That's good. Here's my guy, Billy Williams. Billy Williams, right here, the outfielder on the Cubs, baby. Oh, yeah. All the guys from Chicago better know Billy Williams. This guy's awesome. Cool player, cool dude from back in the day. BAC, Ponzi said. Hey, Mixter. That's good if there's barley and hops floating around. It's kind of like if you get like a lemonade, you know? The lemonade has the pulp. That's all it is. That's the pulp of the beer, Mixter. How could you not like it? I'm just kidding. So that's probably disgusting. I don't know how that would taste, but... The high-end version is called Hibiki. Toki and Hibiki. Okay. Extra fiber. It's pretty good. Cook County. What is Cook County? Oh, it's out by Chicago. I see. Naperville. That's funny. That's the only place I've been to in Chicago was Naperville. That's the only place I've been there. Had to go there for a business thing with my dad. Naperville. Pretty interesting, though. I stayed somewhere along this river, like a fancy part of it. I'm assuming it's like right here is where I stayed. Oh yeah, this is where we stayed, right here. It was like right on the water. It was like a beautiful, beautiful hotel with like golden everything in there. Because we did the event at this 64 reserve room. Interesting, but Naperville. I think it's pretty fancy there. I don't know. I'm not a big... Like I said, I've only been there once. But hey, I appreciate you guys joining today. Let's go. It's been a good stream. Had a great day today. If you guys enjoyed it, join back up tomorrow. We'll be live every single day this week. Friday, we're going to have a special longer stream, so make sure you join up for that. You guys don't have to really buy me pizza or nothing. Don't worry. It'd be cool, though. I would eat it. I would eat it. Might have to turn the camera on if you guys order pizza, though, because I'd have to eat it for you guys. I'd be sure. But let's go. Have a great day. Walk away with some profits. We've had some good price action today. It's been all over, though. Like, some stocks have been up. Some stocks have been down. But the majority, though, have been pulling back all morning. So far, so good. Appreciate you guys being here, though. Have a great, great rest of the day. I can't, like, express my appreciation enough. It's so awesome to have you guys be here, and hopefully this helps out some people too. Have a good one, guys. I will see ya.